What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video I'll show you my step-by-step process on how to draw, ink, and color a dragon. Let's begin today's lesson by creating a rough sketch of our character's pose. I'm going to start in the center at the very top and sketch out a circle. Starting from the very top in the middle, just going to work our way around towards the bottom of our circle. Now we're just using these short choppy lines. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because we'll eventually erase this out. Now with our circle in place, we're going to start blocking out the basic shapes. Let's start from the top of our circle right in the middle, sketch a straight line coming down towards the bottom. Now we're going to go over towards the left side, sketch a straight line going all the way across towards the right side of our page. Now this line is going to be a guide for the top edge of the mouth. So let's go back up to the top of our circle. We're going to angle this down and out towards the tip. And then going back to the center of our circle, we're just going to angle the jaw coming down and out towards the bottom. And we'll pull this back up towards the left side of our circle with a straight line. Now we're going to tilt the head so we see the back edge of the mouth. So we start at the top line, just going to curve this in, then bend that down towards that bottom point. Let's extend this top line out towards the first horn. So we're going to take this line, just angle this up and out to right about there. Now I'm just going to bend the horn going up towards the tip. And I'll taper this back in towards the left side of our circle. So it gets a little bit thicker as we come back in. Let's draw the back horn. From this point, we're going to step over, angle this up towards the top. And then just like we did on the left side, we're just going to bend the horn going up towards the tip. And then taper that down and just tuck that in behind. Now that we have the basic shape of the head, let's draw in the neck. We'll start right at the base of the horn. Just going to curve the back of the neck going out. Just round this out. I'm just going to pull this in. And then bend that down towards the bottom of our page. Let's go up to the top of this line. We're just going to follow that curve, going around. Now you want the neck to get a little bit wider as we come down towards the bottom. Let's add a guideline in the center of the neck. We start from the side of our circle, go in between. Now we're just following these curves, going all the way down towards the bottom. Now we want to layer the ear on top of that circle. We're going to start from the middle. So we're going to curve the ear going up, across the base of the horn, and then out, just past the side of the neck. Curve this down, and then just bend that back in towards the center of our circle. Let's add a line just above the top of the mouth. We're going to step up from the ear, go straight across towards the right. And then we'll round out the jaw. Starting from the center of our circle, just going to go out, round this out, and just pull that back in towards the bottom. Now I'm going to place the eye on the right side of that center point. So we're going to step over, draw an oval going all the way around, and then up. Now that we have the basic shape of our drawing, we're going to go back and add a second level of detail. Let's round out the inside of the mouth, starting from the top, round this out, and pull that in towards the lower jaw. And we'll add a little bit more shape to the lower jaw. From here, just going to bend this out towards the right, and then bend that back down towards that bottom point. Let's flatten off the bottom with a straight line. Now you want to follow that curve, going up, and then bend that out towards the bottom of the jaw. Now let's place the tongue along the inside of the mouth. Starting up here, bend this out and then down. We'll bend the tongue back up towards the tip. Now we want to make the tongue go thicker as we come back in and back towards the mouth. Let's take out that sharp point along the front. Starting up here, bend this out and then down. Now before we get into the inking, we'll add a little bit more detail. Let's start from the top edge of the ear along the center, curve this in and down towards the bottom. I'm going to step up, bend this out and up towards the left side. Let's separate the base of the horn with a curve going around, and then we'll separate the base of the back horn. Let's add some guides for those large scales along the front of the body. We're going to start at the top, draw a straight angle line coming down, and leave a gap. We're just going to angle these up and across. And then as we come down, just straighten these out and bend these downward. Now we're going to add some rough spikes along the back of the neck. We'll start from the top, angle up and then down like an upside down V, and leave a gap and just repeat this all the way down towards the bottom of the neck. Now we can vary the size so they don't have to be the same size, a little bit smaller, and add a few larger ones. Now we want to give our character some expression. Let's start from the right side of that oval, curve the brow going up, and then out. Come back down towards the bottom. It's going to round out the brow and go up towards the top of the head. Let's trace the eye along the top and side. So we're going to go up towards the top, come down and then in towards the bottom of the eye. Now that we have a rough sketch, we're going to go in with our ultra fine point marker and start adding some details using the sketch as a guide. Let's start with the eye. Just adding some folds around the eye. And then working our way out. And once we complete our first level of inking, we'll go back and erase our guidelines. And to enhance our drawing, I'm going to go in with my Sharpie marker and just start tracing this out and adding a little bit of depth and shadows. Now we're going to go back in and add a little bit more detail across the head. Now that we finished inking this in, we're going to go in and start filling in the color blocks, starting with our red. Let's start along the back. Just going to work around those spikes. So I'm going to use a yellow marker and fill the inside of the eye. Then I'll use a bright orange to just cast a shadow around the outside. And grab our dark brown and fill in the horns. I'm just going to use a light gray pencil crayon and just add a highlight along the top of the horns. Just blending that down. Now let's use this cool gray to fill in the rest of the body, going around the eyes and muzzle. just going to use a white pencil crayon and add a highlight along the top of the tongue. Also adding some highlights across the red areas. And just work our way across the back of the neck. And we'll go back with a darker red and just darken up the spots across the neck. Now we're going to add some shadows to the red areas with this darker pencil crayon, starting along the bottom edge of the brow, and then just fading that out. I'll do the same thing with the cool gray areas. And as we get near the end, I'll add a few highlights with my white Posca pen, and always be sure to sign your artwork, and that's pretty much it. That's how we draw and color a dragon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. You can also drop your requests in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.